Hello, hello. Today I have a game for you from last week. It was Lone Wolf Season 37, Round 7. I was paired as Black against Striking Bolt. And I think this game is very interesting. In fact, after the game, I talked with them a bit, and they were very prepared in the opening compared to me. I actually got surprised and had to defend a very tough position for a while. But either way, I believe this game is very interesting. Also, before I send you off to the game, I'd just like to do a quick apology. I was not aware of their gender before the game, so I kept using the pronoun he over and over and over again during my recording. Again, it's completely my fault. You can comment that I have the awareness with Sea Slug, because it's obvious from this. So I hope you can forgive me for that and still find this game interesting. Without further ado, here's the game. My round for Lone Wolf is starting in around 25 minutes, and right now I've just gone through my preparation, and now I'm doing a bit of Puzzle Storm before the round starts. I did around an hour preparation or so, a little bit less than I did last week, but I was very busy this week, such as playing in the Classical Shield Arena where I played 23 games yesterday. I'm just trying to keep things a little bit more simpler. I still have something nice prepared. I don't think my opponent's going to expect it, and hopefully I get a nice line in the King's Indian attack or defense and get my opponent into unfamiliar territory quickly. I took a look at Striking Bolt's games, and I think they seem to do very well in like very standard positions. In fact, I think some games they're just converting their advantage very well without like any mistakes. So I'm just trying to get lots of nonsense on the board. I just want an unfamiliar position, lots of dynamic play. Hopefully they can get low on time and I can put pressure on their clock as well. Hopefully I can get something sharp going. I'm a little bit better rested than my game against Finns. I think I was like on 3-4 hours of sleep then. Today I'm on like 8. So I think my play should be better as well. So excited about the game. Let's see what happens. And swap to notes. And then let's start. So d4 played. This is what I expected. Knight to f6. I think he's gonna expect like b6 and bishop b7. Yeah, so c4. And now instead, I will play the King's Indian defense. Because again, I expected him to at least look at some of my past games, and I've been playing a lot of this knight 6 b6 system, but now this should throw him for a loop. So now it's his choice whether he wants to go for some sort of King's Indian, or if he wants to, let's say, play like a Benoni structure with like f3 e4. Let's see what he does. But I think I don't know the specific nuances actually. It's been a while since I've looked at the King's Indian in like a lot of depth, but I believe this Benoni type structure should be okay for black. Like he goes knight f3 first, flexible. I'll play bishop to g7. I think he's gonna transpose back to something he's familiar with. So after knight to c3, I'm just going to castle. So now he has a choice to play e4 or not. Okay, he does. Okay, here I have to play d6. I expect him to go for this g3 system. If he doesn't, then I will be in some trouble. I'll have to figure out what to do. But I think I remember the general ideas, and at worst case, I'll get like slightly worse position, but I still have some attacking chances. Because the thing I'm afraid most of the King's Indian is probably like some sort of like bishop e2 g4 system where you don't even castle as white. I expect g3 here. Okay, h3 first. I don't think this makes too much of a difference. I can go c5 right away. I can also just play knight bd7. I still think he's going to play this. Ah, wait, is this mainline though? I think the mainline is bishop e2. I can play e5 right away and show my hand. Maybe I want to play knight bd7 though. Knight bd7 g4 then is an issue, yeah. e5. It's actually, I think it's not too bad. Yeah, not to commit to something. I think maybe c5 is probably okay. I think I'm happy to play c5. c5 makes a fair bit of sense. If d5, then I get this e6, I get like a Benoni structure. What was the difference? I guess he hasn't committed to g3 yet, though. But I think still this should be okay for black. But just the problem with knight bd7 is like g4, and I think black's actually pretty uncomfortable already. I think I'd rather play c5 and force him to make a decision. And I don't think I've played this before, so I think most of the time I go knight bd7 e5, so this should throw him for a loop a bit. Yeah, so the nice thing actually is last week, right, I revealed all of my preparation. Oh, I forgot to close out a Slack. 1 second. Close this. I revealed like all of my preparation in quotes, but I didn't reveal everything. I could definitely play these different types of positions. Like, maybe not as well as my main stuff, but I can still play. Okay, so d5 now played. I believe here just e6 makes a whole lot of sense. I think I remember the general plans for this as well. Okay, bishop to e2. Okay. Yeah, so we transpose to Benoni. I think rook to e8 might be clever here. I think I remember I think this is in what's it called? A Goring Jones King's Indian course. It's something like e6 and then you play rook to e8 here. And really the main reason why is you want to play actually, or no, the reason why is you don't want to commit to e takes d5 right away. Let's go rook to e8. This is always useful, I feel. So I think it's okay to play. Okay, castles. I think now I probably take. I could also play like knight a6, for example, just try to keep all the pieces on the board. Okay, let's slow down and think. What is White's plan? He can't go knight d2, knight c4, so this is already an improved version. If I capture on d5, he has to capture back with the e pawn, and that's already a very nice position for me, I feel. Yeah, I think maybe I can just take and go knight d7, bishop f4, knight e5. He takes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Okay, so what if I don't take? What does White do? Like rook e1 now? Bishop g5 also okay. I can take on d5 but then play a6 here, which I think should be okay as well. I mean, maybe a6 is a waste of time. Okay, so let's take on d5 first and let's decide what to do afterwards. I think taking on d5 is always right. This forces e takes d5, right? Because c takes d5 would lose the pawn. So there's no knight d2, knight c4, so I should be doing alright here, I think. The critical line is this knight d2, knight c4. Okay, so he takes back. Okay. Now let's see what to do. I think a6 might be a waste of time. I don't think b5 is ever going to be played here. Knight bd7 makes more sense. Because like a6, a4, it's like I don't think I can coordinate very well. I think in comparison to my game against Finns, I had or I didn't have a pawn on c4. I had the knight on c3, the pawn on c2. So b5 is not really possible. So here I think black's plan instead is maybe knight e4, but I don't want to go knight e4 right now because it's just take bishop d3, and I believe I just have to go back. Instead, I think knight bd7 probably makes a lot of sense here. I think that's just what I'm going to play, I think. I don't know if he's still in preparation. I'm actually surprised, actually. I thought I'd get this h3, g3, bishop g2 system, but he didn't start out with c4. Okay, because bishop f4, I think I have to go knight e5 now. Just because there's no other good way to defend the d6 pawn. Yeah, I mean, this is like forced. I have to go in. And yeah, he gets to pass d pawn, but then I do get like some central space, like e4 as well, bishop f5 or something. I think I should be doing alright here. At the very least, it's playable. I think maybe next my threat is... I probably do want to play a6 at some point, I think. We'll see what he does. I think this is okay for black. I think I've definitely been on the side of white in like a similar sort of thing, but since the pawn is on c4, I don't think I'm doing that bad. Let's see. Maybe like queen d2 makes sense, or maybe I can try to go a6 in the long term. Now that my knight's on e5. Bishop f5 also okay. Maybe I want knight to e4 and I'm trading off everything. Knight b5 just answered by a6 and it has to go back. Let's see. So, I mean, I don't think he foresaw any. I'd be interested in thinking, or not thinking. I'd be interested in knowing what striking was prepared for, but I don't think he's prepared for this. I think it'd be very impressive if he actually. I don't think he could. I mean, I don't think I even had to have any games in this. So okay, I can go bishop f5. What's this point behind queen d2? Like you can play rook d1, but not really. Maybe rook a1 is the point. I think I have two main plans. Actually, maybe three. Okay, so knight h. Knight h5 is probably bad, because after knight takes e5, bishop takes h5, I'm not comfortable. But white plans to play bishop h6 next. I could play like either a6, like rook b8, and try to go for b5, or I could play bishop to f5 and try to go for knight e4. So really now the question is which plan is correct. So bishop f5, g4, I'm not too concerned. I believe in knight e4 should be okay. Knight e4, take a knight takes e5, and now... Okay, bishop e5, rook e5, f3. Actually, maybe my bishop is getting trapped on e4. So bishop f5, g4, maybe bishop to e4 instead. Or maybe after, oh yeah, so after bishop 5, g4, knight f3, or sorry, knight e4, knight e4, knight takes f3, check, bishop takes f3, bishop takes e4. I think this might be okay. Yeah. So g4 not so threatening. What about something like knight h4? Knight h4? I can always go back to d7, and then the knight on h4 is actually a bit misplaced. So I'm liking bishop f5 a lot. What if he takes on e5? I'm not too concerned. a6 is always useful as well, though. That's the thing. I think a6 is always useful. Just stopping knight b5 and maybe preparing b5 in the long term. Yeah, so the question is which one is better? I think maybe I have this plan bishop f5, maybe queen d7 is interesting. It connects the rooks. Do I really have to rush with this b5? I don't think b5 is like possibly use a6, a4, and then I mean I don't have any b5 plans, so then what? I have to change to something else. So I mean I might have queen a5 there, but bishop f5 I think is probably needing to be played soon. So let's try to trade some pieces off bishop to f5. Actually, queen a5 interesting, but I think I can go later. Maybe I want to induce a4 and then play queen a5, and that might be better. Let's go bishop to f5. I don't see anything wrong with it. And the point is I want to play knight e4, try to get some pieces off, and then I think black should be fine in this Benoni structure. I always have this Benoni bishop, right? Bishop h6, just bishop to h8, and I'm okay, I think. If bishop g5, then I play queen d7, I'm unpinned, I play knight e4 coming, something like that. I'd be interested to hear his thoughts, or like how or what he's expecting for the opening after the game, because I wasn't expecting this at all. I thought I would be able to like, I mean, first I was expecting c4 first move, because that's what he's been playing recently. But just entering this, I don't think he's played that many games in this, but maybe I should look at it. Or maybe he's just trying to get a position that I'm not familiar with because he knows I'm going to prepare. But actually, I didn't do too much preparation. I only did this one line in like the King's Indian, and we have not entered it. So I'm not like lost because I think I know the general plans for the most part. But I mean, let's see. Okay, knight takes e5. Now black has many moves, but the most obvious one and like the only move is of course d takes e5. He's gonna go bishop h6 now. Yeah, okay, so white has this past his d pawn now, which could be a bit annoying. Question here is, do I want to trade or not? I don't believe so. Yeah, he does get, oh, and he gets his knight d5 as well. Oh, because I have a few options. One is to play knight e4 and trade off a ton of stuff, but I do lose my dark squared bishop. The other option. I could try to go for e4 instead, knight d7, knight e5, but g4 is also an issue as well. Maybe I am more here now. I think I probably am. Maybe I think we keep the pieces on the board. I think bishop h8 and then e4 looks okay. And then knight d5 I can try to take, and then maybe the b2 or the dark square diagonal is still very good. Because if he takes, I think a lot of my play is killed. And then there's always this d5 annoyance. And I think keeping pieces on the board is good. So I'm gonna play bishop to h8 here. And let's see what he does. Strange thing, if like g4, the best move maybe like bishop d7 is okay, maybe bishop c8 at some point. Probably not bishop c8, but something to consider. Yeah, so white has the pass pawn. It's not actually that easy to escort it. Like d6 maybe too early, like queen b6, rook a d8. Maybe the pass pawn is getting attacked too much, so we'll see. Also, I have good control over the d7 square, so it shouldn't be super easy for white to push it down the board. Do have to be careful though. I mean, anything could happen. I actually want to play, if possible, probably a6 and then queen d6 would be good, I think. Let's see what he does. I expect like rook a d1 maybe, maybe d6 and then d6 a6 knight d5. I take he takes bishop e6, queen to, let's say queen to like e4. I may have like f5 even. F3. I mean, he can take on b7. I can take on d6. I think I'm doing all right there. Like d6. I mean, knight d5 is always coming. Maybe d6 and then just bishop to e6 instead. Or knight to e4 and then take. Ah, well, I don't know if I want to exchange that many pieces now. Looking a bit dangerous for black. I think black's definitely worse here. I would choose white. But I mean, I have maybe after like d6. Okay, they play g4. Okay, and their point is like they want bishop to g5 now with this pin. But do I like care even? Okay, bishop d7 stops. Okay, bishop d7, g5, let's say. Knight h5, knight to e4. No, but then I take on h3. Knight f6 not threatening. If not, then I probably play e4 myself when I'm doing alright, I feel. A bishop to g5, queen to b6. Yeah, so bishop c I think is just an overreaction and also just uncoordinating all of my pieces, so I don't think I'll play. I think bishop to d7 the only move. Bishop e4 not good because of bishop g5, and I believe my bishop is getting trapped somehow, so let's play bishop to d7 here. A bit ugly. But this does discourage d6 a bit, because if d6 bishop to c6, then I'm getting this nice diagonal. If bishop to f3, I think I have e4. Bishop g2. And then like... Oh, it's a bit tricky. Maybe I don't play e4 actually. Maybe I play queen b6 instead. Actually, e4, bishop g2. Maybe I have bishop takes g4 a little. It's probably an overreaction, but I may have like bishop d4, queen h4 idea at some points. I don't know. Bishop f3, e4, bishop to g2. Bishop g4, hg, knight g. Bishop to e3 or f4. Actually, no, probably f4 because I'm threatening queen h4 otherwise. If bishop d4, knight takes e4, f5, knight, let's say, back to c3, queen h4, and it looks like actually has some pressure on this f2 point, so I don't know. Not so clear. I think pushing the pawns in front of the king, not the best plan. I think he should have just gone like... That's rook e1. Okay, I have a choice now. Like, do I want to play queen a5 here? Or queen b6? Yeah, I'm starting to run out of play actually as black, which is a bit concerning. To be fair, it's not easy for white either, I feel. Is there anything wrong with e4 actually? Can I go e4 here? Okay, e4 looks very tempting. Bishop g5. Queen b. Is there anything wrong with queen b6 first? Like queen b6, f4, e4, f5. I may have like e3, take. Oh, not quite. Oh, my idiot dive. Oh no, I didn't have 94. What am I talking about? b5 almost playable actually. Queen a5 would support b5 better. So is there any reason to go queen to b6 here? Yeah, I don't think so. I think queen to a5 probably makes the most sense. Say f4? Okay, so obviously I don't want to take, right? e4, f5. Okay, now the third is fg, and then he has impression on the f file. Oh, this is really uncomfortable, by the way. Very, very impressive, I think. I need to find some sort of way to create some nonsense, otherwise I will be in a lot of trouble. Okay, queen to c7, then just f4, right? I think f4 is coming basically no matter what. So the question is, how can I best prepare myself for it? Like maybe I think I have to go after the center. I don't. The queen a5, rook a d8, and then like b5 and like bishop c6 or something. I don't know how else am I gonna play. Like I'm getting crushed otherwise, essentially. Yeah, so knight e5 was definitely not the right plan. I feel this is definitely wrong somehow. Maybe a6 was right. Okay, wait, what's wrong with e4? E4, I think my concern was not like f4. So I get like e3 here. E3 queen. Oh, queen c2, and actually I'm not doing so well. Because queen b6 does reinforce the f6 point. Is that why I was attracted to it? Queen b6, f4. Do I even want to? I don't think I ever want to take though, yeah? I think I have to get some space with e4. So in response to f4, I need to play e4. The queen a5, f4, e4, f5. e3, bishop e3, knight e4, knight takes e4. Oh, okay, I trade off some pieces, but I'm still down a pawn, so not quite good. Queen b6, f4, e4, f5. Wow, this is terrible for me. Maybe queen to e7? Okay, what if d6 then? Queen e6? Not quite comfortable either. Yeah, this is super, super uncomfortable. I think I'm like in so much trouble already. But e4, he always has like... Actually, if f4 I can... If I trade off a pair of rooks, I think I'm probably doing okay, but... What's my concern? e4, then... Bishop d1, bishop c2. Can I stop that even? I guess queen to b6. f4 I take... Say bishop takes f3. I take, he takes... I mean, I have like no play. I don't know. Opening a position is just bad in general, I feel. I think queen b6 may be right. I have no b5. Queen b6, f4. Like, how do I improve my position any further? Let's say rook d8. F5. I have to play e4 here. e4, f4. e3, queen c2. Queen to c7. I mean, g5 is not good. I think f5 eventually, or he's gonna win this e3 pawn. Yes, I'd love to take and play 94, but it's never possible. The problem is he has rook takes f4, right? Oh, and I don't want to play something like a6. a6 seems really, really bad. I don't know. Maybe I have to go for b5. It's my only choice. I mean, I don't think... Do I have anything else here? I don't think so. After f4, I can close the position down with e4 for a little bit. But then even bishop to d1, for example, and it's a bit uncomfortable for me, I feel. Like bishop c2 is next. Also, G5 may win it as well. Wow, this is absolutely terrible. Oh, I guess after A6 I can try to play B5 immediately. In mass exchanges I can take on D5 at the end. I think I'm doing alright. So okay, I think we have to play A6 here. I don't see anything else. So let's play A6 here. And try to hope we can break the center before white like just completely overwhelms us with this attack. Oh my god. Like F4 should just come instantly, I think. That's what I would play. Maybe actually I can just play B5 right away. B5 take. We'll see. Or maybe rook B8 first, or like queen A5. Okay, well, if F4, what if I play something like queen to... Oh, queen C7 could be interesting. Queen C7, I don't know if they want to take after take. I have this queen G3 idea. If bishop to F4, queen D4 looks really annoying. If F5, I have this E5 pawn that stops this bishop G5, and then... Okay, you can go FG, HG, but then... Ah, okay, no, I probably have to go... We'll see. Yeah, the problem is F5 is going to open up, and then I'm feeling very vulnerable, but... You have to try. Maybe just B5 right away. After take. If knight takes B5, then I can take on A2, I think. Or maybe like queen to B6. Queen to B6 probably. Knight to C3. I don't quite have anything, but it's something at least. F4, B5, take. Bishop B5 I'm very happy, right? I think I'm okay. Just the problem is knight takes B5. Knight takes B5. Bishop takes B5, bishop takes B5, and then now my rook is hit with tempo, so that's not... I think A4 is unnecessary. I wouldn't expect him to go it. Oh, I also neglected to... Oh, he has G5 here. Ah, that is really bad. I guess I'm not quite getting mated here, surprisingly. So I could play G5 or B5 anyways. I don't think it's very good, so I'm not going to do that, but it is an option. Yeah, so I was not thinking... Okay, also G5 is a very big issue. This maybe... Oh, this is why I was drawn to Queen B6. Okay, maybe now Queen to B6. Defending along the 6th rank? I'll play rook to D8, bishop to C8, and just try to survive, I think. Queen B6, F4, I take... Actually, I'm happy to take now. Rook F4. Ah, and then queen to D6, and okay, maybe I'm okay. Or rook to E7. Yeah, do I have... Okay, do I have a choice? Do I have any other move besides, like, queen B6? Like, because after G5, I'd really like something to defend along the 6th rank. Rook E7 is answered by, like, D6, and already I'm, like, getting uncoordinated. I'm not super afraid of knight D5 yet until the F files open up. So queen... Okay, let's say queen B6, F4. I'll play E4. E5 trade. Knight takes E4. Oh, that's scary. Okay, queen B6, F4. I don't want to do that. E4, G5, then E3 is important, right? I think I'm already burning lots of time. I don't see a better move than queen to B6, and I don't think there's anything like super knockout. Yeah, I think queen B6 is the best shot. I'm gonna play it. Yeah, the main point is I'm defending my F6 knight. I'm also defending along the sorry, 6th rank. Maybe I want next either rook d8 or rook e7. Maybe rook e7 is good. Rook e7, d6, rook e6, and actually I'm hitting a tempo. I think that's my threat. If rook e7, f4, maybe I have knight to e8. I'm in time to actually build this defensive structure on my king. We'll see. It's still really bad. I think I am just worse without like any counterplay. But maybe I have this idea, 96 idea in some miracle world. And as long as f7 is defended, I should be okay. I think rook e7 right away is bad. I think d6, rook e6. F4 is probably okay for me, but Yeah, but the point is, I don't think black ever wants, or sorry, white never ever wants to play g5 and bishop takes h5. Not just because h3 would hang, I get queen to g6. I think black should be doing okay. Again, this is pretty funny. It's keeping up with my trend from Lone Wolf games. My last week game against Finns, again, I was better actually, so that's an exception. In most cases, I've just been worse or just outright losing. Here I'm worse. I don't think I'm losing just yet, so I'm glad to see that things are back to normal. It's too bad I didn't get to use any of the stuff I prepared, but what can you do? I think this is okay. It's not the happiest position that to be playing, but it's not like the end of the world. Also think white's path to like advantage probably is not so simple. And like black can try to keep things close and don't think it's quite so easy, so I think I should. And like also d6 is always helping. I think d6 I should be always be okay. Just knight takes d5, queen d5, and then bishop e6, and I think black is probably fine. Just because I have enough defenders for the f7 square. Because really the pain point in my position is the fact that I mean my king is pretty weak. I think just f4 makes a lot of sense. And my play is very slow. Like I'm just sort of defending passively, unless white lets me get coordinated after a few moves, but so g5 is still not a threat, and after rook e7, I'm preparing to finally bring the knight to a useful square, that is d6. Yes, actually, bishop. Yeah, I think maybe bishop c8 way back was better because it allows knight d7, and then I can play like f6 and just try to survive. But we'll see what. I mean, yeah, it's not so simple for white. You actually are having a bit of difficulty getting coordinated completely. I think like bishop d3 is probably the best move. Yeah, probably bishop to d3 here. Like preparing like f4, and I don't think black can play e4 anymore. But then actually bishop d3, I maybe can rook e7, f4 knight to e8, and I'm like just doing barely okay. Like knight e4, knight d6, and I've stopped the d pawn. I have a defender for f7, bishop e8 possible as well. In the worst case, or like f6, and maybe I'm doing all right. And I guess b2 is not so. I mean, I don't think I want to take on b2. Okay, he goes here. I think here very important now is e4, I believe. After bishop to d1. Ah, but then g5 is a threat. Okay, e4 and then bishop d1 is my concern, yeah? Or let's say e4, g5. Oh, e4, g5, I have e3 here, and I should be alright. Queen queen c1, knight e4. So after e4, bishop d1. Actually, wait, e4, bishop d1, e3, take. Queen takes b2. Rook e1. I may have rook to e8. Wait, okay, this might be okay for me then. e4, bishop d1, e3. Let's say instead queen to d. Oh no, his queen has to stay on the second rank. So queen to c2. Okay, queen to 3, I'd take on b2 with the same story. e3. Maybe queen to g2 is very high level. I mean, I have the e3 pawn is not under immediate threat. Rook to e7 maybe. If g5. Ah, maybe he has queen g2 here. Okay, e4 bishop d1. I think this is my only shot anyways. So I have to go for something similar to this. Well, e4 queen. Okay, e4 bishop d1 e3. If he takes out queen takes b2. Queen e7 is not threatening. Rook e1 is not threatening. I can just if rook f2 for example, I can play queen to a1 and I have rook e8 coming no matter what, right? Rook e8 no matter what is the point. He doesn't have any dark square attack yet. Okay, this is like a real moment. I think I'm gonna spend most of my time here because if I mess this up, I just lose the game. But if I don't, then maybe I can equalize and actually have some sort of hope. Okay, e4, bishop d1, e3, queen to. Let's say queen to g2. I think that's stronger. Now the threat is g5. How do I respond to that? Queen to b4, g5. h5, bishop h5, gh4, to f6, and then I resign. Okay, so not that. Rook to d8 may be okay as well. Maybe rook to, I mean, honestly, rook e7 is something that may have to be played. It's very ugly. It's very counterintuitive. And I just suspect something is wrong. I think maybe knight d5 is... Or bishop to d1. e3, queen g2. Well, actually, worst case, I can go e2. Rook takes e2, rook takes e2, queen takes e2, rook e8. Queen to, let's say g2 again. G2 is a very good square for the queen, actually. I don't have any counterplay, and then I should probably resign. Okay, so not that. It's too bad. I thought this would work, but it doesn't. e4, bishop d1, e3, queen to g2. And then what do I do here? Oh, wait, the pawn's on e3 though. Wait. So queen b4. No, he has bishop. Queen b4, g5, knight h5, bishop h5, gh. Ah, maybe even g6 is coming now. Okay, no. Taking would be good, except it doesn't work. So, is there any way I can make an improving move here? Queen to b4. Take. Queen to d6 also alright, I think. He takes, queen takes e5. Actually, what's wrong with queen d6? Queen d6, g5, knight h5, take. Take, I think I'm alright here. Oh, I guess another problem is knight h5 and then knight e4. Ooh, okay, not so good. Okay, is he gonna spot queen g2 first of all? I think so. e4, bishop d1. 3 queen to g2. e2, rook takes e2, rook e8, queen to... I just don't have anything here. It's so sad. I take on f4, rook takes f4. Rook to e5. Does he have anything? Actually, rook f1? Yeah, rook f1 is very uncomfortable. Yeah, and then g5 next. Taking helps him. Don't think I can defend 7. So no, I cannot open that file for him. I think e4 is forced then, yeah? e4 I have to play. Really ugly. Okay, I think I'm actually going to lose this game unless if he spots queen g2, I think I just lose the game. Yeah. But I think he should. I think he's a pretty strong player, so we'll see. Horrid. Yeah. I probably should try to keep things a little bit simpler. Maybe just play like a Queen's Gambit decline into like a Catalan or something. But I want to be greedy. But I mean, he still has to find the win. So I'm not too bummed. And we are keeping all the pieces on the board, and the position is closing a bit. So yeah, I expect bishop to d1. I think bishop d1 is very natural. You just want to go bishop c2 or like a g5. I think the key is I have this e3 move. Then he has this queen g2. But it's not the most obvious, I think. You know, what's nice is after like for example, if he doesn't spot like queen g2, like let's say bishop d1, e3, rook takes, queen takes b2. If like g5 I have rook to e8 first, then I should be completely utterly fine. So yeah, I'd be very happy if I get that, but I don't think I'm gonna get that. I think he'll spot it. Like, actually, maybe I don't know. It's gonna be a miracle if I win this. But maybe I can hold somehow. I mean, I will say there are a lot of tempting options for white. Like almost anything looks like it wins. So you do have to be a bit careful not to just rush. like f5 maybe, or g5 maybe he thinks he's winning, but I have e3. G5 e3 in response, which is very nice. If f5, it's not the end of the world. It's not ideal either. I think I have e3, and maybe I can take on. I'm feeling like really risky. I can take on f5 and play 94 and pray that, and if I'm not getting checkmated, my bishop is open. I can walk king h8 eventually. So we'll see. Let's see what he does. It's gonna be very interesting. I think if he doesn't like get a winning position soon, maybe he'll actually, maybe there's like a psychological advantage, because I mean this position looks absolutely horrid for black. I have like a surprising amount of counterplay, but yeah, it's still really bad. Like I have no space, like no plans essentially. I'm just waiting to get killed. And I think if he gets low on time, I have the advantage. That's on the bright side, because I checked. He plays a lot of blitz, but it looks like his classical and rapid are better. So if I get like a time advantage, or like if he starts getting into time trouble, it's very good for me. Maybe I can make like a blockade as well. In the worst, so I wouldn't enter this, but like I was looking at like something strange, like g5, knight h5, bishop takes h5, gh, knight takes e4, and then queen to g6, followed by bishop f5. And actually, I have like a light square blockade. I don't think you can break it very easily. Probably f5. A knight g3 and f5 probably breaks it, but it's not so clear. I mean, it's hard to see. So the nice thing with this position, it is like not the easiest. It's still pretty complex. A lot of options for either side, and like, yeah. So I think he's still winning with bishop d1, e3, and then queen to g2, but it's very difficult to spot that, I feel. So I'm just going to hope he doesn't, because it's like I don't have anything else, I feel. I think maybe I have queen b4, and I can like g5, knight h5, bishop h5, gh, f5. Queen c4, g6, fg, or sorry, h. Okay, he goes f5. What was my response here? Did I just not consider this? Oh, maybe I. Okay. Oops. Okay, first thoughts that come to mind. I can try e3, bishop e3, queen takes e3, queen takes b2. I don't think that would be good. So it's important not to go f takes, or sorry, g takes f5 and just get mated on g7. What do I do here? What's the point? I think he wants to take next, right? Oh, I have a trick though. Queen to d6. Maybe I have a trick. Queen to d6, bishop f4, e3. And now no more bishop takes bishop takes e3 because I have queen g3. So queen d6, bishop f4, e3, bishop takes d6, e takes d2, rook d1. Knight to e4, knight e4, rook e4, bishop f3, bishop d4, king g2. Probably not. Not good, but not bad. I mean, rook e3, I'm like doing okay. What other options do I have? Like, okay, so, oh wait, actually, e3, bishop takes e3, knight e4. Knight takes e4, rook takes e4. What's his plan? If he takes on g6, I take back. Bishop to d3. Then I have rook takes e3. Oh my, wait, I might be okay. If e3, what if he doesn't take? Then I have queen to d6, yeah? Queen d6 forcing the same thing. Actually, no, queen d6 would be bad. Bishop f4, e3, and now just queen to c2, and I'm screwed. So I have e3 first. e3, bishop e3, knight e4, knight e4, rook e4. What does he play then? If bishop d3, just rook takes e3. Rook e3, bishop to d4. Yeah? Wait, I think... Oh my god, I think I'm okay now. It's a miracle. I'm finally getting counterplay. Okay, and also if queen to c2, I can take on f5, gf, and like even something like knight e4 or knight h5 is crazy, but the point is the bishop on h6 is hanging. Like for example, knight e4, knight takes e4, queen takes h6, and I'm in time. If, for example, king to h1, bishop e5, rook g1, king h8, I'm perfectly fine. And h3 is actually hanging as well. So I think I have to go e3 here. Okay, let's take one final one to check, but I do have 10 minutes. But I think e3 is really, really strong, and I'm very glad that I have this sort of thing, because otherwise I'd just be completely, utterly lost. Yeah, bishop d3, rook e3, rook e3, bishop d4, my threat's rook e8, and I'm actually going to pile up on this diagonal. Queen to f6 even is possible, and how does he coordinate? Okay, wait, e3 take, 94 take, bishop d3, rook e3, bishop d4, king h1. I take on e3, take on b2, queen e7, queen d2, double threat, rook e3 guarding. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so question, do I have anything other than e3? I don't believe so. e3, bishop e3. 94, rook e4. Bishop to d3. Rook e3, bishop to d4. Let's say king h1, or king h2. King h2 I have to take, queen takes e3. Queen b2, queen e7. No, king h1 is forced, because queen takes b2 would be a check. e3, bishop e3. 94, rook e4, bishop d3. Rook takes e3. Rook takes e3. Bishop d4. King h1, bishop e3, queen b2, queen e7. Wow, he has queen e7 at the end. Okay, now you find something. e3, bishop e3. 94, rook e4, bishop d3. Rook e3. Bishop to d4, king h1. I take, let's say rook e8 instead. Rook e8. Queen to f4. Oh no. I was so close actually, I think. It looks like I must have something here. Maybe e3, bishop e3, g takes f5. Take 94, how does this change it? 94, rook e4, bishop d3, rook e3, bishop d4, king h1. Same story. Oh! Wait. e3, bishop e3? Rook takes e3, knight h5. Queen f3. I don't know what's going on. e3, bishop e3, rook e3, queen e3. Queen b2. Oh my god, my brain. I have 7 minutes. I think there is something here, but it's gonna be so hard to find it. Oh my god. e3, bishop e3, 94, rook e4, bishop to d3. Oh, surely there's something here. e3, bishop e3, rook e3, queen. Ah, knight takes g4, queen to f3, bishop d4 check, king h1, knight to e3. It's not clear at all. Okay, so let's go e3. Let's go e3 first, and then we'll decide. And also don't make him sense time. Bishop e3, rook e3, queen e3, knight g4, queen to f3, bishop d4, king h1, knight to e5. No, knight to e5 is the key. Knight to e5, queen to g3, queen takes b2. We have a really big mess. Knight e4. Bishop e3, rook e3, queen e3, g4, queen to f3, bishop d4, king 95, queen g3. The 94 is coming. That's a problem. Knight take g4 first doesn't work, because then he can go bishop takes g4. Bishop e3, knight h5, gh, rook e3. What if fg? Bishop to d4? Maybe? Wait, maybe this instead? Bishop e3, rook e3, queen e3. What about knight h5, gh, rook takes e3. Take bishop d4, take on h7, I take back. Maybe I have an attack on him now. Rook f2, then rook g, or like queen d6. Can he defend? King h1? No, rook to e3, queen g3 even. I have no clue what's going on. That's all I'm going to say. Actually, no, queen g3 is like queen takes d4, ed, rook g2, e takes c3, rook g3, rook g3, king f2. Maybe that's even material. It's crazy. We're gonna get some really insane complications, I think, in a second. Bishop e3, knight h5, gh, rook e3. What about fg? Fg maybe is. Well, no, fg, rook g, fg, bishop d4, g takes f7 check, king f8. No, but then his king's so vulnerable. He can't get the bishop on d4. So how does he play? Oh my god, this is a crime. Knight h5. Knight h5, really? Okay, what if I calm like bishop to f3, for example? I think that's a sane move to play. Knight g3, rook f2. Oh no, I have rook takes e3 anyways. I don't care. What is it? Wait, bishop e3, knight h5, bishop f3, knight g3, rook f2. Rook takes e3, queen takes e3, bishop to d4, queen to f4. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I genuinely don't. Like, what is going on? Knight h5, g. No, so gh rook e3 is good for me. Queen to c. Okay, he doesn't go. He goes for the same option. One of the same options. Okay, now I play. Now I go for gh, knight g4. Right? G takes f5 now. Incredibly strong, because after take, knight g4, bishop to f4, knight to f2. Okay, is there any other option? Knight to e4 now no longer possible, right? It's like, what do I play? His threat is something like bishop to d3, and I'm losing the pawn. Queen to d6, bishop to f4, yeah? This should not be legal. Okay, so gf to, can you take rook takes f5? Bishop takes f5, queen takes f5. Okay, if rook takes f5, what if knight takes g4? No, he has rook. Wait, g takes, rook takes f5. Knight e4. If rook f1, queen takes h6, I'm perfectly fine, yeah? Actually, aren't I okay no matter what? Wait. G takes f5, rook takes f5. Can I take on f5 and then play something like knight d7? I think so. I think I can take here. Yeah, I think I have to. I ought to. Okay, either I'm getting mated or I have found some way to. I have found some path to nonsense. I am making so much nonsense here. It's not even funny. Maybe g takes f5, knight h5. Oh no, I think knight g4 is just the strongest. It's hilarious. It doesn't make any sort of sense. Let's see what he does. I'm very interested to see what he does. Actually, I may have. I feel like rook takes f5. I may be able to bail out. Bishop takes f5, queen takes f5. Knight takes g4, queen takes g4, queen g6, and I get an ending where I'm up. I'm down like I'm down 2 pieces for exchange, but I have a like decent pass pawns, but I get bishop d4, and so maybe this is okay. So I have a bailout either way. It's not a pleasant one, but okay. I mean, white has to find a ton of accurate moves here. Also, rook takes f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5, knight d7, I think, is the point. Oh my god. Knight d7, and then I take on h6, or I can play knight e5, or like queen g6, lots of options like that. So I don't know, I don't think he'll take with the rook. Taking with the queen, of course, not very good. Also, knight e4 possible. Rook takes f5, knight e4, knight takes e4. Queen takes h6, rook g5, king f8. I don't see anything. Knight c5. I mean, this is probably uncomfortable for me somehow. Probably rook f1, I'm like not doing very well, but I think I can actually take on f5 and then play knight to d7. And it looks like I'm barely okay. Emphasis on barely. And he should be able to spot that, unless he looks further. I don't know. I think knight. I don't think I should. It looks really messy. I think white should still be better, but I mean, if he's discouraged by that, then just like g takes f5. Then I'm very happy to play like knight to g4. Knight to g4 is such a nice move, though. By the way, I really hope I get to play it. Knight to g4, bishop f4, knight f2. What if f6? No, if f6 I can. What can I do? Queen f6, bishop e3. Knight h3, king h2, queen e5. Oh, ooh. What if king h1 instead? Then queen h4. If king to g2, then oh my knight's, what am I talking about? Is my knight guarded there? Take g4, bishop f4, knight f2, f6. Oh, my knight is guarded on h3. Okay, no, so I'm chilling here. Maybe bishop to d3, but then I'm gonna hit him with knight e4, and then I don't know what's going on anymore. So, oh, actually, bishop d3 very strong. That's how I would go. I think. I actually didn't consider this, but knight e4 I should still be doing okay. I feel so. Anyways, I don't think this was on his radar at all. So, very good to spot these. I don't know. So I shouldn't be able to play this. I feel this is some crazy stuff. I don't think this should ever work, but. Okay, bishop to g5. Actually, didn't consider this at all. I think knight to e4 here makes a lot of sense. Is there any reason I wouldn't go knight to e4 here, actually? If he takes, I take back with the f-pawn. And I'm just, like, chilling, actually. I'm, like, super chilling. Wait, what is his point? Knight e4? If he takes on f5, I take the bishop. If bishop to d3, I take the bishop still. I think just knight to e4, yeah? Am I missing something? I don't think I have time to doubt. I think knight e4 is just too reasonable not to play. Okay. Bishop e3 now blunders a piece to knight takes c3, so maybe he missed this. Yeah, no, I think I'm winning a piece now. What? Knight takes e4? Okay, so I can see rook takes e4, g takes f5. I'm like uncomfortable, but do I not have f takes e4, bishop e3, queen takes b2, and like the position's perfectly playable. Like it could be better, like don't get me wrong, but I mean, okay, yeah, so alternative is to take on e4 with the rook. I gf5, rook e8, bishop to d3. And yeah, that looks really bad. I think I'm just going to trade down to an ending, because at least I'm not getting checkmated immediately. And maybe I can salvage this somehow. Because actually I have this passed e-pawn, and bishop d4 creates another passed pawn. So I think, okay, so this is, I mean, this is compared to my position, this is definitely an improvement, I feel. Okay, so queen d6 sort of tempting until he plays bishop f4, bishop d4, king h1, and then there's nothing. So here I believe I should just take the pawn on b2, queen b2, bishop b2, rook b1, bishop d4, take, rook takes b7. Ah, then I have some issues with this f7 pawn. That is unfortunate. So I have bishop to d4 first. Ah, bishop to d4 and I'm threatening d3 next, yeah? What if c5? c5 queen to h6. I get rid of this dark squared bishop that's defending his entire position, yeah? If bishop to d1... d3 check. Right, so, okay, bishop to d4, yeah? What if bishop d1 right away? Wait, okay. I'm gonna put my piece back. Nice feature the chance up. Bishop d4, bishop d1? Okay, then I can take on b... Oh no, he's bishop c5, rook c8. It's a mess. I think it's okay. Let's go bishop d4. I think it's tricky regardless. It looks like it's okay. Like, realistically, anything is an improvement to my previous position, so I shouldn't be too unhappy about this. Okay, he takes. Okay, I'll take back. Wait, what's his plan? What? I have d3 next, yeah? d5, okay, that's logical. Queen to h6, threatening both d3 and queen takes h3. What does he do about it? I don't think he can do anything. Also, rook to c8. Maybe worth considering, but I think queen h6 is just stronger. Okay. Oh my god, we have a position that's playable. It only took me 25 moves in all of my time, but we can finally play a position. Amazing. If only there was some way I could have foreseen this. Oh, queen c1 decent, actually. Queen c1 is not so clear. d3, bishop d1, I play e3, my pawns are running down the board. So what does he do? No, I think this endgame must be better. If he doesn't enter the endgame, I have this attack on his king. So this is really, really scary now. Of course not. I don't want to lock queen g5. So if queen c1, I have to trade, right? I mean, if c6 I can even take, and then just like play like bishop e6 or bishop c8. Both are fine. Even taking could be okay. Because e2 and I'm threatening to queen, actually. Rook e1 and I take, and then... I may have d2. Okay, he has to find queen c1. Queen c1 only move here. And I have a choice between e3 and queen takes c1. Probably queen takes c1 is better. After e3, I don't think there's an attack here. Bishop d3 also very uncomfortable. Like queen c1, e3, king h2. Actually, I don't see how to continue here. So I'll take on c1, play d3, bishop d1, e3, c6. As if e2 take d2, take. Oh, then he can take on e2. Okay, no, not quite. We almost have something. Again, very glad to get this type of position and not. Maybe I can. No, I should include d3. I think d3 always good. If c6, I can take on e2 because I take with check. So take d3, bishop d1. Maybe I don't hurry. Maybe I play rook to c8 first, defending everything, and then my plan's e3. Yeah, I think rook a c8 is probably necessary, and then I think this should barely be winning somehow. Actually, I don't know what white is thinking about. Maybe they're looking at bishop to c4 here. Yeah, they have to do something. Maybe, yeah, bishop c4 looks maybe natural here. And then you have the c6 plan, take, and then I have to go bishop to e6. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take bishop to c4. Bishop to c4 looks the most natural. And then I take on h3, I take on g4, and it's actually a bit difficult. Also, oh, I can take on g4? And then after like d6, I can play bishop to f3, I think. Or maybe just bishop to h5 is fine. I think rook to c8 actually could have been stronger because of this. Just trying to pick up the pawn. Yeah, rook c8, I wouldn't be surprised if rook c8 was the stronger move instead of queen to h6, but I think queen h6 is still a decent practical try. Like it's not like, I mean, black is doing so much better than we were before. It's not even funny. So yeah, so queen b3. Unfortunately, I have this d3. And then queen takes b7. I think I may have like queen e3 check. h1. I take on e2. And then yeah, it doesn't look comfortable. I think white's in trouble somehow. A miracle. Oh my goodness. My position was so bad. It was like completely, utterly lost. I was like, I think just, yeah. He's got 10 minutes left. Still plenty of time. I should expect the best moves. So again, bishop c4. I take on h3. Or either that or queen c1. Either way, the play is similar. I think, I honestly, I think I'm expecting queen c1. But I mean, queen c1 is lost though, so I don't know. Because like, okay, after queen c1, take rook c8. Or sorry, d3, bishop d1, rook c8. Can even defend. Bishop to b3. e3, c6, take, bishop e6, take, and then I have two passed pawns on the 6th rank, which should be pretty valuable, I feel. So, and I can't be too complacent. There's definitely a way white can struggle for a long time, and I think one mistake and I might be worse, or like it might be even again. So I really don't want to give up this opportunity. Now that I've actually gone like a position that's like better, I think. Bishop c4, okay. So here, just do a quick check, but I believe just queen takes h3 is right. I'll play it. Rook takes e4. Okay. Is he bailing out with the draw here? Do I have the advanced d3 here, which is really cruel? Queen g3, king h... Wait, what? Queen g3, king h1? Bishop g4? What is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna... Wait, I can repeat once to get time, right? Yeah, check. Okay, I'm gonna repeat once to get time. Okay. Bishop g4? Ah, rook takes g4 is this point. Okay. Let's see. d3, rook e8, rook e8, bishop d3. Do I have anything? Rook to e3 looks crushing though. Bishop h7, king to h8. Or sorry, bishop king g7, rook f7, taking a 5. d3. Take. If queen f2, I take on g4, king h1, queen h1, king g1. Check there. I don't know if I can play on actually. e1, queen to f3. Can I take and play? Or d3 take, queen to f2. I have queen h5, yeah? Queen h5, king g1, rook to e4? I think so. Okay, so d3. Check. d3, bishop, d3, rook e4. What if bishop d3? Rook g4, bishop e4. Ah, okay, no, d3 is not working. Ah, do I really have to bail out with the draw? That sucks here. I had something. Rook e4, queen e4, rook e8. I don't know. It's so hard to play this. Oh my god. Queen d4. Rook to e3. Queen g. Queen g3, king h1, take, take. Queen f3, take, take, take. Rook d3, check. Play queen to g3 here. Rook takes e4, queen takes e4. Rook e8. Queen f4, take, take. No, I can't believe there's only a draw here. I bet there's a win here, by the way. Okay, what about queen h4? Queen h4, king g2. Bishop takes g4. Queen f2. Yeah, I picked up a draw. That sucks, but I don't think I can play on in good consciousness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is an even position. Okay, wait. Let's see what I did wrong. How did it turn into some... No, this is all fine. This is all fine. Okay, knight d7. Okay, bishop f5 is the correct way to play. Okay. Yes, I'm just worse here. Okay, I'm worse here, worse here, worse here. e4, okay, f5, e3. Yeah, you have to take. I take and take now. Knight e4. Bishop d4. Take. Wow, it's all zeros. c5, queen h6. Okay, I was right. Bishop c4. Wow, they found all the best moves. Okay. It's just zeros here. I cannot believe it. I was looking at like all sorts of stuff like this. Rook here. But yeah, queen f4. This is what I saw. And then what if, for example, there's a queen c1 just loses, yeah. Queen c1, yeah. Here and then rook to c. Oh no, e3 immediately. Why not c6? You can take and. Oh, d2. Wait, d2, rook c5? Ah, okay, e2 and I'm coming this way. Okay. He just found all the best moves. That sucks. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe I can try this, but yeah, it's a bit risky. I would try to play queen f2. I probably should, but like d6 and it's like, yeah, it doesn't really inspire too much confidence just because my king is always so weak. If I defended this, I mean, I think that's a pretty good job already, considering how bad my position was. So yeah, so next time I'll have to remember bishop f5. I wonder if... Okay, I really ought to go e5 here. Okay, and then I'm okay. Yeah, okay, next time I'll play this e5 plan. I think I should only enter the like Benoni type structures when white commits this g3 bishop g2. Then it's okay for black. Otherwise, I should probably avoid it and just play e5. I think that's more in the spirit of the King's Indian when you're trying to get like a complicated game and an attack. Okay, well, anyways, this is a really instructive game. Like, not too much happened, I think. Yes, this is all opening. This is all still the opening. I guess here bishop f5 maybe a little bit better. But I usually don't play this like this. I thought I could go knight d7 like this quick enough, but I guess I can't. Yeah, bishop h8 inaccuracy, but I don't really agree. I think it's my best shot to keep, because like this bishop ended up being very important, so I don't think this is a super major mistake. Really, the mistake was this knight b7, knight e5 thing, and then afterwards I sort of have to go bishop f5. Okay, so I guess I can go here, but this is very passive. Also, I was concerned of... Oh, I guess I missed this actually. Knight fd7 may be good. So this bishop f5 a little bit inaccurate, just because I wasn't familiar with this knight fd7 plan. I'm not going to count that as a mistake. Yeah, bishop b7. I do find like all the best moves, I think, which is good. Yeah, so you had to go bishop e3. I was planning some nonsense, like knight e4, rook e4, bishop d3. Here, bishop d4, king h1. Yeah, so I calculated all this correctly. And then I thought after this, rook e8, just queen h6. If bishop e3. Yeah, he had a take here, I think. But yeah, it's still not super obvious, I think. Like, this is tough to see. You have to see all of this. Not only rook takes e3 and bishop d4, but also just the fact that king h1 is the only move here. And then... Honestly, I could try to play this position like this as well. I mean, even this is okay. Rook e8. Oh, queen h6. Whoops. So I still have king h8, queen h6, rook to g8. And there's no bishop takes here because of rook to h8. Okay. Wow. So then the best move is... Only move for advantage is queen back to d2 here. So no, this is very difficult to see. So I'm not too bummed about missing this. Like, I was already lost anyways. I luckily saved like it with a draw. My opponent found all the best moves, so I mean, well played to them. And they were like just like crushing me for most of the game. So exciting game. But happy I was able to get away with the draw. Hopefully this was instructive. Thanks for listening. If you like this type of format, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying to experiment with all sorts of stuff. I just want to on just regular puzzles. I have a few waiting to be released. Like, I played in the classical shield arena. I'm not sure if I'll make that into a video. I also have one just doing puzzle rush, and it's a little bit shorter, so I'm gonna try to post that as well. But yeah, thanks for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.